guys, my name is Giada and welcome back to the world of Giada Miles. Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell button for notifications. Today we have something really cool to show you. We got stickers with our new logo on it. See you later! If you want one and you know us, just tell us and we'll give you a sticker. And there will be more merch soon. Over the holiday break, me and my family went to Orlando, Florida to go to all 4 parks in Disney and both parks in Universal. Miles and I went with both of our cousins, Maya and Violet, their parents, our parents, and the grandparents. We went to 5 parks in 6 days and had 1 day off in between. We went on 29 rides, and this is my ranking from least favorite to favorite. But there were some rides that we wanted to go on that we didn't, like Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, because when we first got there it was closed, and then when we went back to go it was like a 3-hour wait. And Splash Mountain was sadly closed. Thunder Mountain, when we were on the line, it closed down. And Tower of Terror was also a really long wait. And in Universal, we didn't go on all the big roller coasters because the crowd we were with didn't really like roller coasters. Throughout this video, there will be clips of us before and after some of the rides so you can see our reaction. Coming in at number 29, Living with the Land at Epcot. It was just very slow and outdated, and sorry, Grandpa. 28, Grand Fiesta Tour starring the 3 Caballeros. It was good seeing Donald Duck, but the ride was a little bit outdated, slow, and not very exciting. But we did have an amazing meal outside the ride. It was delicious. Number 27, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin in Magic Kingdom. My gun didn't work, and if you did have a working gun, the shooter was very small, and it was also just outdated. It was fun, but it was like old, and I couldn't see my thing, my little dot thing. Now before I do this next one, I want you to know I am a huge fan of Harry Potter, and this next ride is Flight of the Hippogriff in Universal. This ride was a very fun ride, but it was really short and kiddish, but the surroundings were great because you got to see the castle and Hagrid's hut. Number 25, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem in Universal. This one was a really funny ride, but you didn't really feel like you were in the ride, you kind of just felt like you were watching a movie. Coming in at 24, Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom. This has some really good sound effects and great dinosaurs around it. For an old ride, it holds up pretty well.
Alright, we just did Dinosaur. Expectations, very good, right?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Old ride, but bumpy, twists and turns.
I thought I was gonna run into the walls when we were like dropping, and the dinosaurs looked so real. Coming in at 23, Tomorrowland Speedway in Magic Kingdom. This is a really fun type of go-kart ride, and it was really fun because I never got to drive before, and I got to drive. But it also kind of smells like gas, and it's PU. In 22nd, Hogwarts Express in Universal. This train connects both of the parks in Universal. Although this is not the most exciting ride, I love Harry Potter and you get to see cool characters on the window. In 21st, Haunted Mansion in Magic Kingdom. This is a really cool ride with lots of ghosts, and it's really fun to go on rides that my parents went on when they were kids, and the line is really fun too.
Yeah. Real ghosts, right? Real ghosts, real ghosts, Ollie.
So real. It was like scary sometimes. There was like bats, and everything was falling.
What do you think?
Awesome! In 20th, Pirates of the Caribbean in Magic Kingdom. This is a really cool ride where you're in the water and you get to see all sorts of cool pirates with swords. In 19th place, the Kilimanjaro Safari. This is a really fun safari where you get to see so many cool animals that I didn't know before I went there. And when we went, it was warmer than the past few days, so all the animals started to come out. But in the past few days, when we weren't there, the animals were kind of hiding because it was too cold.
What ride? This is a video.
Safari!
First ride of the trip,
Animal
right?
Kingdom!
26th of December.
And I'm so excited!
Miles, Violet, say something.
Pizza! In 18th place, the Simpsons ride. This was a very funny ride, and when you first got on, you got lifted in the air, and it was very intense, but very funny, and me and my cousin Maya were dying laughing. Number 17, Navi River Journey in Animal Kingdom. This is an Avatar themed ride, and it's a river ride, and there's so many beautiful things around you. And at the end, there's this person, and it's like really cool. Next up in 16th, Toy Story Mania in Hollywood Studios. This is a shooting game and it's so fun because there's different levels. One time you get to pop balloons, one time it's like bullseyes, and it's really colorful. And the line for this one is really fun because there's different games like Monopoly around you, and I really like this one. In number 15, Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom. This is a very classic ride, but it is very fun. It's dark and fast, and you like go in circles, and it's just so fun. And you feel like you're gonna like bang your head, but you're not. It was so fun. That was awesome.
Space Mountain, Space Mountain.
You went up and you thought you were gonna go down, but then you went like down and then you turned and you kept doing that, and it was so fun. And then sometimes you went up and you think you're gonna go down, but you just turned.
And what song were they playing in there? No, Space Mountain. Woo!
Number 14, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Hollywood Studios. This is a very fun ride. You feel like you're in the cartoon. And there's fun things like you go down a waterfall, and it's like because Goofy messed up the train, and it's very fun. In number 13, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith in Hollywood Studios. This is a really fun roller coaster that has music on while you're riding, and it goes super fast right away, and it has 2 loop-de-loops, but the line is very long and boring. And I believe they're actually upgrading it, so that will be really fun.
Rock and roller coaster with Dad.
Yeah,
Nervous?
A little bit.
Woo!
Really
Here we
fast.
go. 2-hour wait. Better be fun.
It better be. While me and my dad were on the Rock and Roller Coaster, my brother and our cousins went on the Slinky Dog Dash. We all couldn't go on both of the rides because there were really long waits, so I'm going to call on my brother to tell you a little bit about the Slinky Dog Dash. The Slinky Dog Dash was a really fun ride. It was also fast, but if you were on the left side, it felt like you were gonna fall off. So that's what was really fun. And it was also a really long wait. That's the only part I didn't like about it. Coming in at number 12, Star Tours in Hollywood Studios. This is an older ride, so I thought it was gonna be outdated, but it was not. You got into your little room and you felt like you were in the ship, and I really enjoyed this ride. Number 11, Soaring Around the World in Epcot. This is a really fun ride where you get into a row of seats and you get lifted up and you like kind of sway, but there's a screen in front of you and you feel like you're in these different places around the world. The only thing is if you're in the second or third row, you see people's feet above your head, but it's not really a big problem. And now time for my absolute top 10 favorite rides. Number 10, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in Epcot. This is a newer ride, and it is first you're in a mouse cart and you go all different ways and everything around you is so big so you feel like you're a mouse and you're so tiny. It's also in 4D, so you get water splash in your face, and it's a really cool ride. In 9th place, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Magic Kingdom. We saw this ride when there was fireworks outside, so it was really cool. This is a family-friendly roller coaster when you first go down and then you go all around outside. The line for this is really fun because there are barrels around, and if you spin each barrel at the same time, Snow White appears above your head, and that really keeps you entertained.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train!
Woo! Where are we going?
Yeah!
Where are we going? Where are we going?
We're going to the Runaway Mine Train.
Expectations,
Name all the
expectations.
7 dwarfs. Quickly go.
It's gonna be awesome!
Who did Space Mountain?
In 8th place, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man in Universal. This is a ride where you have to put on those glasses, and the villains in Spider-Man get up on your car and try to fight you. But also, Spider-Man gets on your car and he saves you, and it's just very, very, very fun. In 7th place, Expedition Everest in Animal Kingdom. This is a very fun roller coaster. You first go up and then you think you're going down, but you're not. And at one point you meet a Yeti. It's not an actual Yeti, it's a reflection, and he rips the track and you have to go backwards. And going backwards is so fun because you don't know what you're gonna do. And at one point it feels like you're going in a loop-de-loop, but you're really not.
It was really fun. You couldn't tell what you were doing because when you stopped, it was completely dark when you went backwards. And then when you got into the light, you had a huge drop, and that was super fun.
Next up, in number 6, Avatar Flight of Passage in Animal Kingdom. This is a ride where you sit on something that's supposed to feel like you're on a banshee, and you fly through the world of Pandora. And at one point, there's a whale that splashes water, and water actually gets splashed up to your face. And this is just an amazing ride.
What do you think?
That was awesome! That was the best ride. It actually felt like you were flying. It was best.
In number 5, Millennium Falcon Smulders Run in Hollywood Studios. This is a ride where you can either be a pilot, engineer, or a shooter. And how you fly the ship actually affects your ride. And it's super fun, but some people got a little dizzy. Number 4, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey in Universal. I have to say the line was as amazing as the ride because you got to see Dumbledore's office and Hermione was speaking in Hogwarts. And when you got on the ride, you got lifted up and you were swaying like back and forth, and you went through the Quidditch fields, you went through the spiders, and it was so cool. Number 3, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance in Hollywood Studios. This is a really fun ride, and at first you're put in this room with so many stormtroopers, and then you go on this little like floating cart, and it's on the floor but there's no tracks, and you go around and there's a really cool scene with Kylo Ren, and you end outside, which I thought was pretty cool. Number 2, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts in Universal. This is a really fun ride. When you first walk in, you see all the goblins, and then when you get on, they put you in that scene of the movie. And Hermione, Harry, and Ron try to save you. And it's just a very fun ride.
It was like a roller coaster with like virtual reality, and it was like the best, like amazing.
Number 1, my favorite ride, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind in Epcot. This is a very fun ride, and the line is very futuristic and fun. And then they put you into this little room and tell a storyline. When you first get on the ride, it's kind of slow, but then it gets very intense and very fun. It's like Space Mountain, but 10 times better and Guardians of the Galaxy themed. This is definitely my favorite ride.
We invite you to discover more of our connected story as you journey through.
What time is it? 6 something at night on New Year's Eve?
Guardians of the Galaxy 55.
Final ride of the trip! Final ride of the trip!
Now for a little bonus section. A few things that weren't rides but were very fun is the Indiana Jones show, where they show how they do special effects in movies. The Lion King show is very fun. And in Universal, I couldn't help myself but get my very own wand. When we first went into the wand shop, they had a little show where they pick one kid to do the show. And I was selected. And I got this one. It's a maple and unicorn hair wand.
Do try that once more. Oh. I'll have that back. A wand made from maple, 12 inches, sturdy, with a unicorn here.
With the wands, you get this map of both places in Universal. And the little numbers show places where you can activate things using your wands. The Harry Potter places were my favorite because I really like Harry Potter, and the castle and everything was just so amazing. I also really liked the Star Wars lands and all the other things.
I got a wand too, made of Elman Phoenix feathers. If you don't get picked, you go into the shop and there's hundreds of wands to pick from. I really like this one because it wasn't Jada's and it looked really cool to me.
I'd like to thank my grandma and grandpa for taking me, my brother, and our cousins to Disney and Universal to have the greatest week of our lives. I can't wait to go back. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell button for notifications. And if you want a sticker, let us know. Bye!
Bye!